Hello, Aries. Thank you for being here. My name is Jaden, and this is Lighthouse 36. Today I'm doing a general reading for the Aries Collective for the month of June 2026. All right, let's see what Spirit has in store for you. Spirit, what messages do you have for the Aries Collective for June 2026? What kind of energy can they expect? Okay, we've got harmony. Oh, they're coming out quick. Fulfillment of wishes. My goodness, this is looking really, really good. I just want to see what card harmony is. It's the Lovers. Okay, Lovers in the tarot. Wow. And it's a fulfillment of wishes. Okay, and one more, please, Spirit. One more. And 15, the Devil, Temptation. That's the Devil card in the tarot. Okay, we'll see what that's doing there. Let's get some clarifiers. Spirit, please clarify harmony. Please clarify the Lovers card, please, for the Aries Collective for June 2026. Ace of Staffs. This is a new beginning, okay? This is a new relationship coming in. Please clarify fulfillment of wishes. The Ten of Staffs. There's a burden you've been carrying and you're putting down your staff shortly. It's a new beginning as well. The end of something and a new beginning. Okay. Can you clarify further the fulfillment of wishes? One more card, please. That's too many. One more card, please. Fulfillment of wishes and Ten of Staff. One more clarifier, please, Spirit. One more clarifier, please, for fulfillment of wishes and Ten of Staff. Eight of Coins. Okay. And please clarify the Devil, Temptation. Please clarify the Devil. Two of Swords. Please clarify further. Please clarify further. The Shaw of Swords, which is the King of Swords, the Ace of Coins, and the Star. Okay, thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay, Aries, I see that something new is coming in for you in June, okay? And it's most likely a romantic relationship if that's what you're looking for. It could be something else, like it could be a new job, some opportunity, okay, that comes in for you in the month of June, okay? And you're very happy about it, okay? It's like it's something you've been waiting for, okay? And it feels like there's harmony between you and this other individual or this other thing, okay? If it's a new job, the people who you meet, there's harmony there. And it's like a wish coming true. So you may have been wishing for a very, very long time for a romantic partner to come in, okay? Or you may be looking for work, either you're unemployed or you are employed but still looking for something better. You've been wishing for this to come in, okay, for a long time, and it's coming in. Now, where does the devil come into this if something so good is coming in? Where does the devil come into this? So the thing is that this thing that comes in, it may not be exactly as you had thought it would be, okay? So let's say this is a new partner. The person may not be quite as handsome or beautiful as you imagined. Maybe they're short. Maybe they're a little bit on the chubby side. Maybe they have acne. Um, something like this. They're a great person, but they're not exactly what you imagined. So you may have been trying to manifest this or praying hard on it, and it's come in, but it's not exactly what you imagined. Maybe you had a vision board, okay? Or if it's a new job, you know, maybe the pay isn't quite as high as you had hoped it would be. Maybe you wanted to make 60,000, but it's 55,000, but it's a really good opportunity with room for growth, okay? Or maybe it wasn't exactly in the industry that you wanted. Maybe you wanted to work for a nonprofit, but this is a corporation. But it's a wonderful opportunity. Let me see if I can think of another example. Maybe you've been praying for to win the jackpot in the lottery, but instead of winning $2 million, you only win 100,000. Okay? Something here is not quite the way you wanted it to be. And there's some disappointment here. And this is just the devil energy, okay? Making you feel like it's not quite right for you. Making you kind of second guessing this wonderful thing that's come in. You feel very happy, okay? Everything's in harmony when it first comes in, okay? But some things in you start second guessing yourself and second guessing this thing. Maybe this is not the right partner for me. Maybe this is not the right job for me. Oh, what am I going to do with this 100,000? It's not enough. I can't pay off my mortgage with this. And you kind of poo-poo it, and maybe start spending it carelessly. Maybe you want to, buy a house, but you imagined paying for it completely, like, having no mortgage. But you could use that 100,000 to, put a deposit on a house and get a mortgage. Oh, my cat Charlie's up on the desk. He may come and bless the reading. Hello, Charlie. So something is making you second guess this, okay? And Spirit is letting you know, okay, that this is reminding you, okay, that this is something that you really wanted. You've been carrying a heavy burden, and this is a new beginning. You've been focusing on your work. You've been working hard, praying, trying to manifest this new beginning, and it's come in for you now. This is what you've been praying for, but it's not exactly like you wanted it. Okay? Although you're very happy at first, but then you start to second guess yourself. And it's like you're indecisive about it with this Two of Swords. You're at the crossroads. Should I stay with this partner? Should I accept this job? Should I just go and blow this money? Should I just invest it carelessly, as something risky and lose it all or maybe win it all? Like, you're second guessing it. And this is a new beginning for you. And it is something positive. I can't tell you whether you should break up with someone or take a job or blow all your money because it wasn't exactly what you wanted. I can't tell you whether to do that or not. But Spirit is just, saying here that this is something that you called in. Don't take it for granted. It's a wish come true. It's a seed that you planted long ago. Yes, it didn't grow exactly the way you thought. It didn't look exactly the way you thought it would, but it's still a good thing, okay? And I'm getting an example from the show Frasier. Um, Niles and Daphne in the show were, in love. Niles had pined for Daphne for a decade, okay? And they finally get together. And in his mind, he thought of her as perfect. She was a goddess, okay? And so he had been pining over her for a decade, creating something bigger and bigger in his mind, in his head. And now he had the chance to have a real relationship with her. They were, finally dating and together. And he had the chance to have a real relationship with her. But he was still holding on to the fantasy. Okay? And he, a bunch of things happened in this episode, and he finally learned to let go of the fantasy and to accept her as she really was. And one of the things he had fantasized would be about their first night making love, how precious, how it would be, how it would be a certain way, okay, that he had imagined. But then when he started accepting her as she truly is, and they finally made love, it was completely different than what he had imagined, but it was just as good or even better. Okay? So that applies to this. The reason Spirit gave me that example in my head is because it applies here. The job may not exactly be as you had wished, or that partner may not be exactly as you had wished, or the money is not as exactly as much as you had wished for, okay? Something is not exactly as you tried to manifest or had wished for, but it is still an answer to your prayers. And Spirit wants you to use your logical mind to remember that this is a wish that has come true, that you asked for. It's a seed that you planted, and it may not look exactly as you had imagined, but it's just as good or even better. I hope that was understandable. I hope I'm making sense to you. If it does, please write it down in the comments. Help me feel better about this. Be a clear channel. I hope that made sense. So even though the job may pay a little bit less, just a little bit less, there's room to grow. There's opportunity there to make more money in the future. Even though the partner may not be as beautiful or handsome as you had thought, there's other good things there. Maybe they'll be a great father, or a great husband or wife to you, or a great mother. There's other really good things. There's a hidden gift here for you. Maybe it's not as much money as you hope, but maybe it's enough to put that down payment on the house, and actually the mortgage will be cheaper than what you're paying in rent right now. Okay, Virgo, let's get some messages from the angels and Archangel Michael as well. The angels, what message do you have for the Virgo collective? Any confirmations, clarifications, or additional messages? Awakening ancient wisdom. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me. Yeah. When this comes in, okay, you're going to be so happy. And with seeing this reading, you're going to know that this is truly a manifestation, something that you manifested, something that's good for you, a gift from God, okay, from source, from spirit. And you're going to think about it with your rational mind, okay? There's wisdom here, and you're going to realize, okay, this is not exactly as I had imagined, but there's an opportunity here. It's still a wish. I manifested this, and there's an opportunity here for it to be even better than I imagined. Spirit has something better in store for me here. And I acknowledge that and I accept it, and I'm so grateful. Let's get another angel message, please, Spirit. One more angel message, confirmation, clarification, or additional message. Thank you, angels. Thank you. One message, please, for Virgo. Yeah, positive intention. There's so much abundance here. Hold a positive intention. Don't let that devil energy get the better of you, okay? The temptation to sabotage yourself. Hold a positive intention. There's great abundance for you here. Even though you may not see it completely and you start to second guess yourself, go with that initial feeling of joy, of happiness, of gratitude, of, recognizing the blessing. Don't second guess yourself. And if you do start second guessing yourself, recognize it for what it is. Okay, one last message from Archangel Michael, please, for the Virgo Collective for the month of June 2026, please, Archangel Michael. Confirmation, clarification, or additional message for Virgo for June 2026. Okay, so Archangel Michael has two messages for you. You're ready for more. Yeah. Look how abundant that flower is. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you have been contemplating. Okay, so I'm getting here, it could even be like, you applied for a certain job, but then they come to you and they say, oh no, we have this job available and we think you would be more suitable for this one. Okay, whatever this is, it's a great gift from spirit, okay, from God, from source. Okay, look how big and beautiful that is. Take it, accept it, thank God for it. Okay, something beautiful is blossoming here. And be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Yeah, the devil energy there is trying to sway you, okay? And they could be acting through a person. For example, maybe you're like so happy with this new partner and you introduce them to your parents or to your friend circle, or you show your mom a picture or your friends a picture, and they're like, oh, he's not what I expected, or she's not what I expected, or what? You're only getting paid 60,000? You should be getting paid more. Why are you leaving this good job for something that pays less? But you see something more. You see an opportunity there. So this devil energy could come in through someone trying to sway you in a different direction, or your job that maybe has been mistreating you, or not seeing you fully, not appreciating you in the way that they should. suddenly you get a new job and they try to sway you. Oh, well, how much are they giving you? We'll give you 5,000 more or 10,000 more, or stay here, we'll give you a raise, whereas you've been asking for raises or promotions before and they never have, okay? So that devil temptation that may sway you through someone trying to change your mind, okay? But be your authentic self. Listen to your heart. Know this is a blessing. Okay, Virgo. Sorry, I said Virgo. Aries. I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry if I've said Virgo at any other time in the reading. My apologies. Aries, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please show this channel some love and consider subscribing. It helps the channel to grow and you'll never miss a posting. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love and wishing you all the very best on this journey. And I'll see you next time.